It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we begin the divisional round with a tremendous matchup. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tennessee Titans. Mike Tirico, Greg Oltz are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Should be a fun one. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You think back to last week and how well they played in the wild card round, being able to get out of there with a win. But now is when the pressure starts ramping up, Mike. You understand you're only 2 wins away from the Super Bowl. So which team is able to balance the excitement of being here, but also not letting the pressure of the moment get the better of them?
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A gain of 17 yards. And the Chargers have the first down. They'll stay on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slobs.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one finds McConkey. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he is going to have the Chargers first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2025 draft out of the U, out of Miami, it's Cam Moore.
After talking to him the other day, it seems like he's really embracing this moment, Mike. I mean, he said something along the lines of playing with the pressure that comes with the playoffs is a privilege, and I couldn't agree more. Not everyone gets the opportunity to play on this stage. So when you have these types of moments, you really have to take advantage of them and just go for it. If the rest of the team can match that mindset, I think they got a good shot today to lead with a win.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready, break. Let's go.
Shotgun snap for Ward. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Now it's Ward. They'll try to hit him with a screen. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
Ready. Like it. Ready.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
From the gun, here's Ward. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Ward. That one taken in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Makes the score Titans 7, Chargers 3.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
Chargers, first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Chargers.
He'll get this out wide. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
That's another.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll turn and hand this one off. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Chargers.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, L.A.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now give on the ground, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Oh, and they're going to have enough to convert here, and it sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Los Angeles.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun, out to his right, taking off. He'll take this one in. Touchdown, Chargers. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and the Chargers are on top. It's now 10-7.
Chargers 10, Titans 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Titans football here to start quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Back to throw is Ward. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
Let's go. 60 by 6, 60 by 6.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On the jump.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
Throwing is Ward. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
32-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal.
Gotta be lying.
Throwing, Ward. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. Here's Bates for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Titans are on top. It's 14-10.
14. Chargers 10.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. That's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he gets past the 35 to about the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. Back to the air once more on second down. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chargers.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 8. Slot man gonna move in motion left. Now faking the give. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If you want to win in this league and have a successful defense, how you perform on 3rd down is critical. Even more so, your backs are up against the wall. The offense finds themselves down in the red zone looking for 6. Those 3rd down sacks go a long way to keeping touchdowns off the board and making them settle for field goals. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Past midfield. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Titans offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
To throw is Ward. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. Third down, 3 to go. Here's Ward. They'll look to set up the screen here. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him.
And the pressure too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap for Ward. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40.
From the gun, here's Ward. Quick hitting slant there. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Ward. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to have a first down here as they are into field goal range at the 27. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Now, first down throw for Ward. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Here comes
4
2nd and 4.
at the Chargers' 21-yard line.
Now it's Ward. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. And that kick will help extend the lead, but remember, Mike, it's still a one-possession game. Halftime's right around the corner, so both teams, there's a lot of work left to be done before we crown a winner here.
This will be returned from the 6. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely to
Association in the NBA, where the game of the night was at the Garden. Cade Cunningham, NBA leading Pistons visiting the Knicks. Early on, Cade. It's just incredible last night. Dribbled to the through it, just slam, dunk, and foul. And they moved the ball. One more pass. Cade Cunningham. Three-pointer, good.
It's not what he does. He hit 5 threes in this game, and that really softened up the defense, allowed him to get into the paint.
How about this one here, Alan? Just making it happen. Pistons continue to just dominate the Knicks this regular season. Third quarter, though, the Knicks do make a run. Jalen Brunson, three-pointer, good. Then, ensuing Pistons possession. Cade says, I got this for you. He hits a three. They get a loose.
Hey, babe. All right, collage. You have a good day at work, babe.
Oh, get that ball back and gets the open three. That was a turning point right there. Hey, how about this? That's a toll road. You got to pay a toll. But he doesn't. He rides for free. This is New York. They charge you for everything. But he went right down Broadway and did not have to pay the tax.
That was on Cat and on Mitch, and then the fadeaway.
Let him know.
Cade Cunningham had 42 last night, and they weren't done. Cunningham throws the lob. James Jenkins, former St. John star, he slams it down. Mike not happy. 126-111, another double-digit win for the Pistons. That was the third and final game between these two teams, and Detroit won all of them. And this one was without their all-star Jalen Duren and without Isaiah Stewart, who both are suspended. This season, Detroit is 3-0 against the Knicks, and they've outscored them by 84 points. Pistons averaged 121 points in these games, too. The Knicks just 9-3. Bring in Monica McNutt. Bring in Alan Hahn. Both of you were there at the game. Alan, on social media last night, Knicks fans were in full-on panic mode. You were there. It's on the ground. Your reaction.
Yeah, no, that's one of those games where even Mike Brown going into the game said, you don't put too much into a regular season game, but because of the way this team beat the Knicks, the way the Pistons have handled the Knicks the first two games, he said, you got to have some type of response. And he was curious to see what he would get from his team. For most of the first half, very competitive, very physical game. But Cade took over. They had no answer for him. And there was a lot of business decisions going on there. The Knicks played a very corporate game.
Explain that.
Corporate game? Yeah, like buttoned up. Like not willing to go into the margins and to get, okay, we're going to play this way the same way you're playing us. Like we showed Cade Cunningham going to the basket and getting it dunked. You can't let him just go into the basket, go into the paint, I should say, and get easy buckets and not feel you. And that, to me, is part of the problem. And part of the problem, I think, that Monica, a lot of Knicks fans see in the Knicks a much different look. Watch this here. Like, he gets in. Now, there's Anthony Towns. Like, I'm sorry, you got 2 fouls, and it's in the second half. He needs to pay a toll, huh? He's got to feel a forearm and say, you might have to get 2 at the free throw line, but I'm not letting you do that.
Yeah, okay, so obviously you and I were there as a part of the Knicks organization in terms of media extendency. So there's 2 ways that I'm looking at this, though, Traeger. One, is Cade Cunningham getting the respect that he deserves, right? Well, and then 2, what is the gap here in terms of why the Knicks have 84 points? You just showed it in the 3 losses. I think to me, I was so impressed with Cunningham's composure. Obviously, his size is a problem, but the way that the rest of that team plays for one another as well. To me, I liken it to OKC of the East in terms of a younger group that really energizes around each other's success. I mean, they're going from good to great passes. I mean, they're just selling out, taking a lot of pride in guarding their yard as various individual assignments. There's an energy there that you can absolutely feel. On the other side, I could give you asterisks on these losses.
Yeah, it's been 3.
Yeah, like back-to-back. Didn't have this person. First game out of the All-Star break. I could give you all of that. But I think when you look at it and you start glancing toward the postseason, your thought is that the maturity of this Knicks team is the thing that's going to get them by a young, inexperienced, if you will, Detroit Pistons squad. I don't know if that's going to hold based on what we've seen so far. Because there is a fight, a want-to, an energy about this Pistons squad. Now, to the Knicks credit, they only got 13 losses, so they give it to a lot of teams.
True.
But in terms of what the expectation was of this budding rivalry, the gap is much wider right now.
It was a 5-game series last year when they played, and the Knicks won, but you felt it in New York that this Detroit team, and they're not backing down. Every game was close. And yet you watched a play in the game that you thought was quite problematic for the Knicks.
Yeah, it's one of these things, and I don't want to keep picking on the same guy here, but it is part of the problem of this team has been at times doing things where you just shake your head and say, what are you doing? And it's so the Knicks get it to 2 in the third quarter. They're on a roll. Probably Town's playing great. They get a steal. Here's Town. Easy 2, could tie the game. We're going to throw a lob off one foot. Now they come down. Watch this. Bad transition defense. Leave the one shooter open. Boom. 5 points. And that right there has been the season for the most part when they aren't playing well. That's what I mean. Now I got to remind everybody: the Knicks have one of the best records in the NBA. They have one of the best offenses in the league. They've had a really good season on paper. But there's moments like this, I think, that stand out. And those are the reasons why you're seeing a lot of people around the league doubt whether or not this team can make a run.
This was a test, Rager. Over the last 12 games coming into tonight, the Knicks climbed the defensive rating. Like, you see them physical. You see them picking up earlier at the point of attack. It's great. And Ron and I have had this discussion often. You look back at some of those slow games, you're like, okay, well, 89 points here. Glad y'all did it. But how often is that going to happen? There's some gaudy defensive stats that helped that defense balloon to where it was. Last night was your true defensive test. And I will say, that first quarter, if we had got 4 quarters of that, we would be looking at a buzzer beater by far last night. But again, the thing is about stamina and being able to hold on to it because it has truly become your identity. Detroit takes so much pride in how hard they play and their defense. And the Knicks just aren't there right now.
They're so angry. You started off the segment in mentioning Cade Cunningham. We wouldn't be doing him justice if we didn't talk a little bit more about what a performance that was and how good he has been this season. Cade is having a tremendous season right now, averaging 25 points and just a shade under 10 assists per game. His odds to win MVP are now shrinking, and that's good in gambling. It means that he's getting more and more hype here. 7-1 behind only the last 2 MVPs in SGA and Jokic. 42 and 13 on that stage in front of that crowd against that team with all the talk all All-Star weekend about Detroit and what they're building. Did he make an MVP statement last night?
There's a garden moment for him, right? Usually on that stage, when you do something like that, coming out All-Star, by the way, like coming out All-Star break, he was on national TV, on that stage. You make a statement game like that, where anytime the Knicks made a push, he's the guy that made a big bucket or made a big play, and then he was doing big boy stuff, getting into the paint, taking on, oh, you got all these wing defenders? You can't hold me. And then they put, Sohan on him, who they had gotten to help guard guys like him, and he got a block on him. And then what did he do? We just showed it. Step back 3 in his grill, and then let him know about it. That was a superstar performance, not a star performance. And here it is again. I mean, that's a statement right there. He flexes. But that's why I feel like we know SGA at this point. We know Jokic at this point. All the different people you talk about for MVP. But if you want a fresh face, that's the guy. Because he made that statement last night. He's made it all year. He's a quiet player. He doesn't do anything that jumps off the page. Quiet personality. Quiet personality, I should say.
The game is loud.
The game got loud last night.
Oh, my God.
He needs more of that. But I think people need to start paying attention to how great he is.
Being in the Garden, we've seen Trae Young in recent years, Halliburton and whoever. Did it feel like Cade was coming in as a Garden killer?
Yeah. Well, he's in the playoffs now. He had some good playoff games in the Garden last year. But we also have to remember. Though. Think about it. Who's doing more with less? And that's not to disparage who's around him, but every other team has, like, Jokic has Jamal Murray, right? Like SGA even has Jalen Williams. He has other players. Cade Cunningham is the engine. He's everything on that team. And what's valuable they're in first place, he should be the MVP.
Listen, he came into last night, one of 2 players in the league averaging 25 points and 9 assists. The other one is Nikola Jokic, who casually has like 3 MVPs on his shelf somewhere, right? So he is definitely in that caliber of player. That, to me, is going to be the thing that's
they're in 4th place.
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm with you. But that's going to be the thing that's most interesting in terms of his supporting cast, right? Like, everybody's like, oh, playoffs are different, things will slow down, blah, blah, blah. But those guys, they get to the paint with reckless abandon, and they're going to make you work defensively. And they are tough. That was without 2 of their top players who are out and suspended because they were defending one of their guys. That says something to me. All right, Detroit's back in the hoops, but we're going to talk about Philly in the NFL because they got some great news. Huge news for Saquon, huge news for Jalen, huge news for the rest of the Philadelphia Eagles, and it could be bad news for the rest of the NFC East. We'll talk about it. Plus,
Do the Bears need to make a big, bold trade to avoid being one of those one-year wonders in the NFL? We're going to talk about both of these topics straight ahead.
So when we run the AI query, I just got this generic answer.
Play a
Like the
big
AI
role in who wins this one.
Yeah. But we have the data.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick run, take it in, and he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, grounding to the ball, modest gain.
And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 7. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw is Ward. Fires quickly and is complete on the slant. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Titans first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Just one dose of up the middle they go. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Chicken meets the sizzle of the grill and the fans eat their favorite. Chicken off the store. Fire meets flavor.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down.
Well, this is why the head coach makes the big bucks, Mike, to make decisions like that. I think at this point in the third quarter, you have a chance to really make a statement by coming away with 6. I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going for it on here on 4th down. I'm being aggressive.
And he's going to have a Titans first down. They wind up getting 4 on that 4th and 1.
They knew they were in a tough spot here defensively. Anytime a team gets you down into these 4th and short situations, we've kind of seen this take hold in the NFL. The ability of offenses to generate first downs on 4th down continues to improve year after year, and defenses have a hard time winning these gotta-have-it moments.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. This is hot. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here, down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. His throw left side is complete. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They fake the jet sweep and will hit it up the middle. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
You can feel the frustration starting to build, can't you? It's in their body language. It's how they're getting in and out of the huddle. There's no tempo. There's no energy. Somebody needs to get that huddle, look them in the face and say, hey, guys, we can either sleepwalk through the rest of this game and lose, or somebody be the jump start that we need to really find our rhythm and timing.
Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. The Titans offense ready to get back at it. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10.
Yeah, Peter, I think 463 just out was great. This Cooper's going to be really good. I worked with him in Miami. Feel that really going, but he's going to be rock solid. And one thing that you said about Victory out is
trying to start on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken back.
I think this Cooper will be very good.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. He's going to have a first down on that gain up to the 25-yard line.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Ward. A quick throw that's complete on the slant. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And it's based off the last
to the ground, a first down run. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Ward. This one, batted away. It's incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league. And when he makes plays like this, it's pretty...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
I think he'll maybe 1 or 2 games. Once they become pressure, it'll take a couple of years to turn his block off and get the right type of player.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports.
How did they call the sudden comeback? We are live again.
You can't work from home when you're sick. You need fast moves. Alka-Seltzer Plus Day Gold and 2 liquid gels. First into action, relieving your cold in 2 seconds. Fast. Well, nothing works faster. Alka-Seltzer Plus. It's a new cold-stated logos. So he made sure Tuesday.
Now they'll set up the throw. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. This returnable from inside is on 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense about ready to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
You like your symptoms decide what you can do. If you have symptoms, be cold, you ask your healthcare provider to help prevent.
On 1st down, Ward. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
On second down, they'll run. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
Unstoppable dog for both. The two all-time greats baseball for the world. Saturday primetime. Yeah, it's Knicks. And Sunday showtime. Cavaliers Thunder and Nuggets Warriors on ABC.
They'll come up here on second down and 5.
And be flat out unstoppable. They're the best of the best.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
What's first? The space to connect. Because the right place.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And bring them even closer to what matters most. One that combines the quality of luxury.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
Because Memphis.
Get it.
He's extended.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown Titans. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
This is fielded inside the 5. The Chargers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. He'll drop to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll try and throw on 3rd and 1. He manages to get the throw away and then completes it. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's good for a Charger first down. They'll look to throw again. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
So they can make a look and find themselves in the top of the team, higher team, but I still question whether or not this is question.
Back to the air one more time. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And not is what James Harden does essentially for the back line from Mobley.
They'll throw out of the gun. It's over the middle and intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The biggest threat in the West. I think
On 1st and 10, Ward. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. He's close to a first down. A gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
At the 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Take it back to the other side of midfield.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. They put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
To the right side here, pass is caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and long. Here's Wolf. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This officially a 58-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Titans will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Think about this way.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Last night against the Lakers.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
This morning's wake-up call, it's the golden call at the end. Here is the out.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long.
What an all-time win for Team USA and the women's squad. They started this tournament as dominant as any team has had in the Olympics in the first 6 games. They only allowed 1 goal while pitching 5 consecutive.
So it's a win here for the Titans. They will continue on in these playoffs. They're now 1 step away from a Super Bowl appearance. We'll have a tough one coming up next Sunday in the conference championship game.
playing her fifth Olympics, saved the day with the tying goal, a goal in which made her the USA's.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
They finished on dominance, they showed resilience, and now they are Olympic champions. Emily enjoyed the drive from Milan. Emily, Hillary Knight rescued Team USA late in that third period. What was her that she made saying about the intelligence?
This is literally storybook stuff for Hillary Knight. 2 days before all of this, she proposed to her girlfriend, U.S. speed skater Brittany Bowen. She said she was more nervous for that proposal than she was for the gold medal game. She was like, my legs were like yellow for that. What you need to know about Hillary Knight is that she's an icon. For the last 20 years, she has been the face of women's hockey in the United States. So many of these young players that had breakout tournaments here in Milan, Layla Edwards, Caroline Harvey, they all have photos posing with Hillary when they were kids because they all looked up to her. And Lee Steckline, a veteran, said, Hillary, she carries all of that pressure. She knows we're all looking for her to lead, and this is just what she does. Other things I've heard after the game were poetic and classic Hillary. She has announced that these will be her final Olympic Games, but she is not retiring from the sport. She's going to continue playing for the PWHL Seattle Torrent. She's their captain in their inaugural season. And I have heard she still wants to play for Team USA at the next World Championship.
That's so cool. What a cool way to end her Olympic career. I'll say this. They did the national anthem on the podium, the entire team singing the national anthem in Milan. What a moment. Today, the men's team takes on Slovakia in the semifinals. The U.S. trying to win gold for the first time since 1980. What are you hearing from them ahead of today's game?
Peter, these guys have not shied away from what's at stake. For the last 2 months, I've heard so many of the U.S. players say it's gold or bust, with Jack Eichel telling me anything less than that is going to be a disappointment. And as Bill Guerin, he constructed this team, he wasn't necessarily looking for the best players. It's not an all-star team. They left a lot of scoring at home, but he was looking for the right players that could handle a moment like this. That's a lot of pressure. But on the other end of the spectrum, you've got a team like Slovakia that's just playing free. They're like a Cinderella team in an NCAA tournament. They've got half NHL guys, half Europeans, and like in-house money at this point. That said, the U.S. feels really good about the way that they ended that game against Sweden. They allowed the tying goal with 1 minute left, but won it in overtime. And Brady Tkachuk said, that character, that will to win, that's exactly what we've been talking about this entire time.
Quinn Hughes was the hero in that game. Let's see who could be the hero in this one. But there's another semifinal match, and Canada faces Finland. The big question is whether Sidney Crosby, the legend, will play. What's the legacy out there in Milan?
All right, well, yesterday, Coach Sean Cooper said he has not been ruled out of this tournament by any means. I do know that Sidney Crosby got an MRI, and I was told it's not the worst-case scenario here. He wants to play. He's trying to play. But Team Canada doesn't know if he's going to be able to play. John Cooper said, we've got the best of the best looking at him. This morning in Milan, they had a morning skate. Sidney Crosby, I believe, went enough to test his leg there. I don't think it's likely we're going to see him against Finland, but there's definitely a chance we can.
Emily Kaplan, awesome as always. Enjoy the rest of that assignment. What a fun. You're doing an amazing job. Coming up, you guys want even more matches? Should the tournament expand beyond 68 teams? We'll have the answer to that question straight ahead. More madness, like this show. And the Bears, do they need to make a big, bold trade to avoid being one-year wonders in the NFC North? We're on it with the NFL boys after this.
Chicken Al Pastor is back at Chipotle, where fire meets flavor, where heat meets pineapple sweet, where chicken meets the sizzle of the grill, and where fans meet their favorite. Chicken Al Pastor, where fire meets flavor. Okay, you got this. It's just an accident. How scary can it be? You can do hard things.
Honey, relax. It's Miralax. It works with the water in your body to hydrate and soften for gentle relief. Relax. It's Miralax.
Your fantasy team is cooked. That's enough for the season.
Hey, you don't have to wait until next season. With prizes, pick more or less on players whenever you want. New users download the app and get $50 instantly when you pay your first $5 line.
You fill this place with life, and life keeps growing. Saying goodbye should be the hardest work. With Open Door, get an all-cash offer for your home in 24 hours. Move into your future with Open Door. When shopping for personal loans, bait and switch rates can be deceiving. Count on Intuit Credit Karma to show you more accurate rates with clear terms. No smoke, no mirrors. Download the app to get started.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. More Biggie options so you can know what you want.
And even year before that, which is something like 3, and you like switch to H&M Block. Yeah, we go through it all. Just one thing. I scored it fine. Switch to H&M Block and get a free session with you. All you H&M Block. So, you have all the AI. Anything you can use AI, I will have to use AI or use it. That's the response to IBM. Keep on looking at that. Later on. Personal plasticity. The number one player compound graduate, you are. Professional grade mode for professional test. There's a goodness for your one person. The different jobs that you are.
listen, I absolutely agree with you. Competition at the quarterback position. The quarterback is in the ice for too much. And you know, you can't. Well, but that, I think you're right. Like, this dude is the game. He can't fly his hands with football. But does it take a lot?
Like you're talking to the level here.
I've been taking court classes online. Only pay for what you need. It's a love. But never more. It's a really rock. And one of the best ice movies have ever made. Alec Bond is now used on modern masterpiece. New chicken bacon ranch free chalupas at Taco Bell. Can't get just one. And no, that's not some marketing hyperbole about how much you're obsessed with slow roasted chicken, crisp bacon, and avocado ranch sauce. They come in two. You literally can't order it. The new chicken bacon ranch free chalupas at Taco Bell. Technology, right? Get your money up. Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates in Indeed Plus. Visit Indeed.com/hire now. When you walk around and think body pain relief, try it. Just one dose of it will like pain from all the Pardee, marketable body pain relief.
The sun is up. To run it down. Get your money up. I put money down. On all of us. On my people now. On what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it down. Get in the minute, the sun is up. There's no rest to my shut it down. Whatever, get your money up. Believe it on God, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Put that on everything that I love. Check.
Saturday on ABC.
Yeah, on everything that I love.
You think you know someone until they make an unexpected leap. If you finding out E-Trade is running with loans,
Now we go
so
from
you can
angry and
invest.
mad to happy and glad to find a solution for us. We go from sorry and sad to ready to grab up to get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency stacking the duck. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have the things we be lacking, my bruh. So what are we lacking? I could point it down, so much that's around. Better settle down, don't we do it that? Know they send the hounds, bite me in the head, put me in the ground, turn me into ash, but to carry down. From those who came up before me, I'm here to change up the story. Find me at work in the morning. Find me when people are mourning, man, 'cause death is around every corner. When life isn't free for a person, man, you ain't got
Crazy
no
thing,
morning.
put your calendar at full. Give yourself extra time on something to
Oh, God.
for the week delivers it right to your door. Try it today. Shit.
Oh, God.
Hey, yo, my new thing is I don't want you around if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's. People only give to give back. That's recruitment. Always have their two hands out. Like my new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just pull up and hang out and be a new friend. Or I can show you how to train the dragon like. And either way, it ain't gotta be love. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough. So I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night. Till I say everything will be alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night. Till I say I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams. Yeah. So every morning after snoring, yes, I yearn for you. Thought it wasn't super serious, but now it's too much. I got